Hey everyone, welcome back to another Alliance War video. This is Season 49, War 8, and we're up against New Nation. My team this war is going to be Storm Pyramid X, Galan, and Wiccan. Alright, getting into the fights here, let's see, I think in Section 1, we should have, Path 3, that negative and Odin, and then in Section 2, I'll be taking Path 7, Nova and Kingpin, and then for minis, just that Sersi on node 42, right? Yeah. Okay, so starting off, I have this Mr. Negative. I was told I could literally take it with anyone because it is just negative, and I think he's only rank 1. Let's see, yeah, he's only rank 1. Don't know why they're placing him, and even if you are placing him, why here? Doesn't make any sense, but I figured I'd use Storm here. The safest way to play negative is to just never stun him and just bait heavy so you don't give him any of his light energy. So I wanted to just hold block a lot, bait heavies. I figured Storm would be a good pick for that since a lot of his hits will probably glance into my block and deal not a lot of damage. Also threw on a combat regen boost because why not? It would help with the chip damage, and you know, I have a bunch of those. They don't get a lot of use. Alright, so I get the special 2 out of him. I also want to push him to special 2 because it's just easier to dex. The special 1 is a little annoying. Here, drop the special 2, get 0 crits, of course, because that's what happens when you use mutants in Alliance War. But yeah, just one more combo after that into the relic, and that'll do it because he's only rank 1. Alright, next up, have this Odin on, what is this, node 12. I've done this fight once or twice before with Galan, but not since they nerfed the attack tactic, and now the cooldown timer is like double duration. So it'll make it a lot easier for me to use a special and cancel my harvest to deal damage. So because he's got an armor and he's constantly trying to like either power lock or power drain me, or maybe it's special lock, I can't remember, but yeah, he's going to give me a lot of mass. And here, drop this with almost, yeah, just the full amount of mass. It doesn't quite kill him because this is only a rank 5 Galan, and I think that's a rank 2 Odin. But yeah, I just gotta hit him a couple more times. Here I accidentally dex a few times, which is a bit of an accident there. Hit him a couple more times, drop a heavy, and then drop a special, and then he's gonna die. In fact, yeah, I wait out the indestructible, parry once more, and then, yeah, he's gonna go down. If I had a Ascended Galan, he would have been dead with the first one, I think, anyways. I think that's how that works. Anyways, okay, so moving on to Section 2, I've got this Nova here, and when I saw my assignments, both Nova and Sersi, I was assigned Wiccan. I thought about, well, I could also just use Mojo for both of these fights. Unramped Mojo against Nova is a little bit annoying just because Nova gets like increased buff duration based on his Nova charges, and I thought that could lead to some complications there. But really, I probably should have gone with that. In hindsight, I definitely should have gone with that. But you know, Wiccan does just fine here, you know. So we'll see how this fight goes down. The main thing is I just need to knock him down to remove that protection. And so, yeah, I land a parry right off the bat, and I'm like, perfect, go ahead and get that heavy off, and neutralize to stop him from gaining any other buffs. And, yeah, I think I am going to try and get a special 1 out of him, maybe, or maybe I just push him to special 2. Not really sure. I think I also have an invuln on for this fight, so here I'm going to use my special 2 to knock him down, and then use the DOT to deal a bit of my damage here. And yeah, I think I do just push him to special 3 because I have the invuln. And as is very customary whenever you put on an invuln boost, he's going to be at special 3 for the rest of the fight and just not use it. I give him all of these opportunities here. Parry, I dodge a heavy, and I just drop another special 2, and yeah, he's just not going to throw this special, which is fine by me. You know, I get out of the fight faster, but you know, always feels like a waste of a boost when that happens. Okay, so next up is this Kingpin. He shouldn't be shrugging too many debuffs throughout this fight because, you know, every prowess that I get is going to like reduce the ability accuracy. If he shrugs a few, it's fine. It is just annoying because he already has increased combat power rate from his rage stacks, and he'll be gaining a lot of those throughout this fight. And I didn't want him to shrug other buffs and get those energizes, but luckily he didn't with the first 3 parries that I landed. So that was kind of nice. So yeah, main goal here is just keep my tactic prowess high and bait special ones. If he goes to special 2, that's fine. He won't ever get his like overcharge buff because he's not going to be shrugging anything. And if I need to drop like a special 1 to sort of like remove and like stop his unstoppable from doing anything with the passive slow that I get, then I can do that as well. But here, just drop a naked special 2. I get 1 crit, does pretty good damage, gets me back up to my special 2. And here I want to at least push him to another bar. And should drop another special 2 eventually. Oh no, I'm just trying to get this special 1 out of him. Doesn't really look like he wants to throw it. Yeah, there we go. Get it out. Hit him once, drop another special 2, and he's going to go down. So, pretty clean fight. Went about as well as I could have asked. So, this fight here, I'm actually speeding up 2 times. I do die to this fight. And I don't want to go over like all the little intricacies of like how I could have saved this fight, because it really was just, there was a lot to manage in this fight with the protection, the tactic, the glancing that she would get, trying to keep my neutralize up, only being able to really wanting to bait her special 1 because the special 2 is so annoying. Yeah, it's just frustrating that I do so well all season and then die to a fight like this, where I even got a video of someone doing it and it looked, not too bad, and I just lose so much health at the beginning that I'm too afraid to really do much parrying because she's going to reflect a lot of the incinerate damage back. And yeah, really wish, in hindsight, I should have just asked for Mojo and used him. I'm much more comfortable with him. I don't like Wiccan. I like Mojo. Confidence is going to be up. Just a lot of factor. He's got a lot more health. He doesn't have a specific rotation that he has to follow in order to control the fight, right? The only advantage that Wiccan really has here is that I can block unblockable. But Mojo doesn't even have to worry about that because the unblockable buff is going to expire before, like, even the first hit can reach me of her special 1. So, yeah, it's just, I don't know why I didn't just ask for Mojo. Wiccan is a fine assignment. Like, he should be able to do this fight. I just didn't play very well. But with Mojo, I just don't think I would have had to play all that well. And, I got off to a horrible start here, and here I'm finally starting to rein it back in. I'm realizing, like, I really can't parry too much anymore. I've lost all this health. I've accepted the fact that I probably would die at this point, but, I was going to try and do my best to get her down. And at some point, I think I do sort of go for, like, a Hail Mary, where here I've noticed, like, I have no health, but I've built up some prowess. I can do some things. I'm going to knock her down with this special 2. And I wasn't expecting it to push her to special 3, but if I had backed off, I probably would have died anyways, so, or not died, but like timed out. So it's just, it's very frustrating. I've been playing at tier 1 for like close to 20 seasons now, and I just can't crack this deathless season shit. Like, if I finish out the rest of the season with no deaths, which there's no guarantee that I would do that, but if I do, it would be my 4th season on record just with LVT that I finished with 1 death. And I think this season, obviously, and the two other seasons where I finished with 1 death are all on this channel as well. So it's just, like, even in recent history, like, I'm going into these seasons and I'm making not one mistake, but just like having 1 bad fight and dying, and then that's it. Season, like, the deathless season's over, and then I perform well for the rest of the season too. So yeah, just frustrating. We ended up winning this war too. Got off to kind of a shaky start, like we have been in every single war this season, and then the other alliance, messes up a bunch too, and then we're able to like close it out. But yeah, it just doesn't feel like a win when you die, you know?